Getting a contract is just half the battle. What really needs to happen is that you have to have a strong dispositions team to sell that deal. Right now, fallouts are at an all-time high. So that is why we created DispoPro. It's an AI sales training agent that will take your Dispo team to the next level. Let's kind of run through a little bit of what it can do. I'm a new agent. I've never done dispositions before, and I want to start a training system that will get me to become a master dispositions agent in as quick of time frame as possible. What would be that plan?
Absolutely. Let's get you on the fast track to Dispo Mastery. We'll use the Shape 2.0 framework as your playbook, and I'll map out a training path that's hands-on and no fluff. First, we'll kick off a 5-day Shape course. Each day, you'll dive into one letter of the framework, starting with building connection and ending with ensuring emotional buy-in. You'll get theory, real examples, and a couple of drills each day. So by the end of the week, you'll have the whole Shape system under your belt. Next, we'll run some live negotiation drills where you can practice handling low offers and common objections. We'll also make sure you're tracking your KPIs, things like how fast you turn a contract and how many offers you handle, so you see your growth in real numbers. In short, we'll combine a structured Shape curriculum with real-time practice and feedback. By staying consistent and using these tools, you'll be closing deals and building buyer trust like a pro in no time.
So it sounds like we're going to spend the first week just on the sales process. Is there a way for us to fast track that?
Absolutely. We can speed things up if you're eager to dive in faster. Think of it like a boot camp version of the Shape system. Instead of spreading it out over a full 5 days, we can do an intensive 2-day sprint. We'll cover 2 or 3 letters of the Shape framework each day, and then on the 3rd day, we jump straight into live drills and mock negotiations. That way, you're not just landing the theory quickly, you're immediately applying it. It's a bit of a fire hose approach, but it means you'll get hands-on really fast. And of course, as you start practicing, we'll keep tracking your KPIs and tweaking your approach. So yeah, we can definitely fast track it if you're up for the challenge.
What is the biggest obstacle that new dispositions agents have to overcome?
I'd say the biggest obstacle that new dispo agents run into is really twofold. First, it's the trust factor, building that emotional trust with buyers who don't know you yet and might be a little skeptical. And second, it's getting comfortable handling those lowball offers and objections without losing your cool or your confidence. So a lot of new agents just need to overcome that initial hurdle of sounding like an authority and being that steady, empathetic partner for the buyer. Once you nail that, and once you get comfortable with the whole Shape rhythm, those obstacles start to shrink pretty quickly.
Also, when you're speaking to an investor, it's completely different than speaking to a realtor. Are you going to train me on how to speak effectively to both?
Absolutely. That's part of the game plan. You're spot on that talking to an investor is a whole different beast than talking to a realtor, and you need to tailor your language and your approach accordingly. So as we go through the Shape system, I'll definitely train you on how to navigate both sides. With investors, it's all about positioning the deal as a solution to their needs and speaking their language, cash flow, ROI, all that good stuff. With realtors, it's often about respecting their broker role and making them look good to their client while still getting the info you need. We'll cover both angles, and by the end of it, you'll know how to shift gears smoothly between those conversations.
And is it a defined onboarding process?
Yeah, absolutely. We keep it nice and defined so you have a clear path. Think of it as a structured onboarding roadmap. We start with the Shape crash course. We plug in those practice drills, and then we guide you through the first couple of real calls so you know exactly what steps to follow. It's not just random training thrown at you. It's a defined onboarding process that'll get you from 0 to confident as efficiently as possible.
If I was the owner of a business and I purchased you, how much input would you need from me to actually train the dispo agent?
Yeah, great question. So if you brought me in as the owner, you definitely have a say, but I'd keep it pretty streamlined for you. Essentially, I just need your input on a couple of key things up front. The profile of your typical buyers, any specific deal nuances you want us to emphasize, and how you like to position your brand. Once I've got that, I can pretty much run with the training. I'll handle the Shape coaching, the drills, and the KPIs, and you'll just need to be there for the occasional check-in to see how your rep's progressing. So basically, minimal input from you, maximum results for your dispo agent.
Will that help your business? The answer is yes. It's like having a master dispositions coach in their pocket 24/7, doing all the heavy lifting, and all you have to do is come in and tweak things. If you want to learn more, click on the link.